Welcome back. Searching continues for the missing American teenager Cameron Robbins, who went missing near or around Athol Island when he reportedly jumped from a pleasure vessel around 9:40 p.m. last week Wednesday. A search has been underway ever since. Parents of the teen released a statement through the United States Embassy here in the country, noting that they remain hopeful that Cameron, pictured here, would be back with them as he is a strong young man. The statement goes on to say that Cameron dearly loves his friends and family, and he would be proud and amazed to see the outpouring of support that they have received so far. In the meantime, they say they will keep their focus on working to find him and ask the general public to please continue to keep Cameron in your prayers. According to international reports, the young teen has just recently graduated from university. Meanwhile, the family of missing 20-year-old Kyle Carey is offering a $5,000 reward for any information that can lead to his safe return. Carey, of number 23 Pink Coral Drive, was last seen wearing a dark blue t-shirt, black basketball shorts, and flip-flops a little over 2 weeks ago on May 11th. The 20-year-old stands between 6 feet 6 inches tall. He's light brown in complexion and medium built. Anyone with information that can lead police to Kyle Carey's whereabouts is asked to contact Crime Stoppers at 328-TIPS, 328-8477, or your nearest police station. 2 females were the victims of armed robberies, one of them also sexually assaulted. Criminal investigators are investigating both incidents and are appealing to members of the public for assistance in finding the culprits who carried out these heinous acts just hours apart. In the first incident, shortly after 7 p.m. on Sunday, a female victim was at her property on Marlborough Street when she was approached, sexually assaulted, and robbed of an undisclosed amount of cash by an unknown male armed with a firearm. Then shortly before 2 this morning, another female was robbed at gunpoint of her 2009 Honda CR-V license plate number AK5396. AK5396. The woman was in the area of Blue Hill Road North when she was approached by 2 males, one of them armed with a firearm. The suspects fled the scene in the vehicle heading in a northern direction on Blue Hill Road. Anyone with information regarding these armed robberies, again, you're asked to contact the Criminal Investigation Department at 502-9991-3. The new multi-million-dollar Nassau cruise port is now open following an official ceremony on Friday evening. Government officials, dignitaries, and stakeholders gathered at the cruise port where Prime Minister Philip Davis, in giving the keynote address, praised the country's unique tourism products being displayed at the cruise port and encourages investors to continue to partner with the country.
Today's opening of the port signals a new beginning for Nassau, promising a prosperous and sustainable future for all Bahamians. We know that this port will not only enhance our city's economy, but also serve as a catalyst for the wider development of downtown Nassau. The completion of this project signals to the world that Nassau will continue to be a vibrant and thriving destination, ready to offer unforgettable experiences to all who step ashore. Let us seize the opportunity together and let us set sail towards a thriving, vibrant, and resilient Nassau.
Deputy Prime Minister Chester Cooper says the country is embarking on a renaissance of the tourism experience. He has hopes for record-breaking tourism numbers.
This milestone moment for our country facilitates an increased capacity from 20,000 passengers per day to well in excess of 30,000 passengers per day, resulting in an anticipated 5 million cruise visitors by the end of 2023 at the Nassau Cruise Port. This is a testament to great partnership. This partnership between the government and the Nassau Cruise Port is bearing fruit today. I want to thank Mike for his vision and his execution of this partnership. Not to repeat the amenities, but I can truly say that the amenities are magnificent. This is more than a port. This revitalized port has been transformed into a cultural and entertainment destination that will celebrate the vibrant heritage and history of the 300-year city of Nassau.
Minister of Transport and Housing, Joel Kobe Davis, while highlighting the new transport facilities, asserts that the local relationships and partnerships are important to continue to make the Bahamas a world-class tourism destination.
For Surrey drivers, it will mean that there must be a firm, respectful, and consistent commitment to being the best ambassadors for our country. For taxi drivers, it will mean that standards must be raised to ensure that we offer a unique and friendly experience. And for the executives of Nassau Cruise Port, it must mean that there is a deep respect for every stakeholder, support for the wider tourism goals for the downtown area, and a deep commitment to delivering on the company's social responsibility. Regionally, we see other Caribbean countries share of the cruise tourism market. In fact, the government of Jamaica recently announced that it will be building a new cruise port, Antonio. Therefore, in the Bahamas, we must always strive to deliver the best experience for all visitors.
Following the ceremony, guests were treated to a tour of the facility, a drone show, and multiple amphitheater performances. And finally, as downtown Nassau is poised for revitalization, the new Nassau Cruise Port is investing millions of dollars into the project. This past Friday, the cruise port officially opened and now has 1 year to invest $8 million into the beautification of downtown Nassau. Mike Morrow Jr., Chief Executive Officer and Director of the Nassau Cruise Port Limited, recently gave reporters a glimpse into what has already been done.
But once we get past the opening, we'll be sitting down with the Downtown Nassau Partnership, which is the counterparty to the $8 million in terms of how it's going to be spent. Now, over $1 million of it has been spent already in terms of renovating the tourism building that sits to the north end of Rawson Square, converting that into a tourism police station, moving vendors into Rawson Square, demolishing the old shacks that were there. They're in the process of being removed right now. That started last night. But the main focus will be, through discussions with DNP.
Money has to be spent on downtown, especially east of East Street, according to Mr. Morrow. Recently, the government identified 8 condemned buildings that would need to be demolished. Officials are also asking owners of private buildings to do some renovations. One of the main ideas so far for downtown revitalization is more parking.
The conversations that were had a couple of years back around how to or where you might spend and invest that $8 million. One of the discussions was around transportation. There was talk at one point of having a parking area that would be in the west. There was talk about having a parking area that would be in the east, kind of anchoring each end of downtown, and that there would be these electric buses that would allow primarily Bahamians to be able to park in these hubs and then hop on an electric bus and then move into downtown. Another big justification for that was that a lot of the parking that is currently available downtown is actually taken up by employees of businesses, and so people that are trying to come from outside of downtown to downtown to be able to shop and so forth, enjoy downtown, can't find a place to park. And so that was part of one of the conversations. The other areas were sidewalk improvement, plants and lights and those types of things.
Mr. Morris says following the new cruise port opening, the main focus will be to meet with Downtown Nassau Partnership to discuss what exactly downtown needs. And that'll do it for your JCN Evening News. Once again, I'm Jarino Saunders. Thanks for joining us.
This segment of the news has been brought to you by Sun Oil Limited.